Imagine ancient civilizations thriving on distant planets, each one rising to greatness only to face mysterious, catastrophic collapse. What wiped them out? And could Earth be next? Join us as we uncover lost worlds, decode their secrets, and confront a warning that could change humanity's fate forever. This is Forgotten Planets, the rise and fall of alien civilizations. In a dimly lit control room, a team of scientists huddled around an array of flickering screens, their eyes fixated on a series of strange signals being intercepted from deep space. For months, they had been monitoring the cosmos, searching for signs of extraterrestrial life. What began as routine scans had morphed into something extraordinary, an intricate tapestry of signals filled with patterns, rhythms, and unmistakable echoes of intelligent communication. Dr. Elena Torres, the team's lead astrophysicist, was the first to decipher the complexity of the signals. "These aren't just random noises," she exclaimed, her voice tinged with excitement. "They're messages. It's like they're calling out to us." Her colleagues, skeptical at first, gathered closer, their curiosity piqued. As they began to decode the messages, they were greeted by a rich tapestry of languages and symbols, some familiar and others alien. The signals were broken fragments, each piece revealing glimpses of civilizations that once thrived on distant planets. The team identified 3 specific planets: Zorath, Tethra, and Athlon. Each world had a unique story, filled with hints of advanced technologies, cultures, and histories long forgotten. As the researchers continued their work, the messages unveiled themselves in a stunning display of cosmic history. But amidst the excitement, a chilling undercurrent emerged. Hidden within the signals was a cryptic warning, an ominous phrase that sent shivers down their spines: "Do not come here. There is only darkness." The team exchanged worried glances. What had happened to these civilizations? Why had they vanished? The signals provided no answers, only tantalizing clues shrouded in mystery. Determined to uncover the truth, Dr. Torres and her team made the bold decision to embark on an exploratory mission to these distant worlds. They meticulously planned their journey, equipping their spacecraft with advanced technology to withstand the unknown. Each member of the team felt a mix of anticipation and dread, aware that they were stepping into the shadows of the past. As the countdown to departure began, an uneasy feeling settled over the team. What awaited them on these forgotten planets? Were they ready to confront the remnants of civilizations that had once flourished? With their hearts racing and minds buzzing with possibilities, they launched into the depths of space, unaware that the darkness warned of in the signals was not just a metaphor but a looming threat that would challenge their very existence. The spacecraft glided through the turbulent atmosphere of Zorath, its hull vibrating against the relentless winds. As the team peered through the viewing portals, their eyes widened at the sight of the planet's fiery surface. Rivers of molten lava snaked across the land, casting an eerie glow against the backdrop of a crimson sky. This was a world shaped by violence, and the scientists could hardly believe that it had once harbored a thriving civilization, the Ashari. Upon landing, the team donned protective suits to shield themselves from the intense heat and radiation. Dr. Torres led the way, her heart racing with a mixture of fear and excitement. As they stepped onto the scorched ground, they were immediately struck by the remnants of Ashari architecture, grand structures carved into the rocky mountainsides, now crumbling and blackened by the elements. The beauty of their design spoke of a civilization that had mastered the art of living in harmony with their volcanic environment. Exploring the ruins, the team unearthed strange artifacts, including intricate tools and devices that hinted at the Ashari's advanced technology. They discovered a network of tunnels and chambers, revealing how the Ashari harnessed volcanic energy for power and transportation. Yet, the deeper they ventured into the ruins, the more palpable the sense of abandonment became. An oppressive silence enveloped them, broken only by the distant rumble of molten rock. As they examined the ancient inscriptions on the walls, a troubling narrative unfolded. The scientists pieced together the story of a great catastrophe, the sun flare. According to the inscriptions, the Ashari had been aware of a brewing disaster. Ancient texts warned of an impending solar event that would unleash a wave of radiation strong enough to decimate their world. Instead of preparing for the catastrophe, the Ashari grew complacent, their pride in technology blinding them to the looming danger. Dr. Torres felt a knot tighten in her stomach as they uncovered the remains of an enormous device, half buried in the ground. It was a failed attempt to harness and redirect the sunflare's energy, a desperate move born out of hubris. As the team worked to understand the device, they realized that instead of saving their world, it had accelerated their doom, causing catastrophic eruptions that ravaged the planet. In a haunting revelation, they discovered that the Ashari's last moments were filled with chaos and despair as their cities crumbled around them. The team stood amidst the ruins, grappling with the weight of the Ashari's fate, a civilization that had reached incredible heights only to fall victim to their overconfidence. As they prepared to leave Zorath, The chilling realization sank in: this was not just a story of the past, it was a stark reminder of the fragility of civilization itself. What lessons could be learned from the ashes of the Ash'ari? The team's resolve to uncover the next planet's mysteries grew stronger, but so did their unease about what awaited them in the cosmos. As the spacecraft descended through the thick, watery atmosphere of Tethra, the team felt a palpable sense of awe and trepidation. The planet was an oceanic paradise, its vast blue expanse shimmering under the faint light of its distant sun. Unlike Zoratha's fiery landscape, Tethra was covered in rich aquatic life, with vibrant coral reefs and bioluminescent organisms illuminating the depths. But beneath this beautiful facade lay the remnants of a lost civilization, the Marin, an intelligent species that had thrived in harmony with their ocean world. Upon landing, the team donned specialized diving suits equipped with advanced technology that allowed them to navigate the underwater environment. As they ventured beneath the waves, they were greeted by the breathtaking sights of crumbling spires and ancient structures, all adorned with intricate carvings and glowing with a soft, ethereal light. The Marin had built their cities using a translucent material that refracted light beautifully, creating a magical underwater landscape. Exploring the ruins, the team felt a deep sense of reverence for the Marin's artistry and ingenuity. They uncovered remnants of grand halls filled with art, music, and tools that demonstrated their advanced understanding of technology and ecology. However, as they delved deeper into the submerged city, an unsettling atmosphere settled over them. The ruins, once vibrant, now stood eerily silent, overtaken by strange sea creatures that had claimed the remains of the Marin's legacy. Dr. Torres and her team discovered ancient murals depicting the Marin story, revealing a culture rich in song and dance. However, their joyous past was marred by a growing dread, a fear of an impending catastrophe they called the Eternal Darkness. The team pieced together that a rogue black hole had drifted close to Tethra, gradually dimming its sun's light. As the days passed and darkness encroached, the Marin resorted to desperate measures to protect their world. Among the artifacts, they found blueprints for a colossal energy generator known as the Heart of Tethra. Designed to produce an artificial light capable of penetrating the depths, it symbolized the Marin's last hope against the encroaching shadows. But the device, built in haste, ultimately failed. When activated, it unleashed chaotic energy that created dangerous underwater currents, leading to catastrophic flooding and chaos within their cities. As the team examined the remnants of the heart, the horror of the Marin's fate became evident. Their civilization had plunged into darkness, not just literally but emotionally, as hope faded and despair took hold. In their last moments, they had turned against one another, struggling to survive as their once thriving cities were swallowed by the ocean. Emerging from the depths, the team was haunted by the tragedy of Tethra. They had hoped to uncover a tale of triumph, but instead, they were met with a narrative of desperation and sacrifice. As they prepared to leave this underwater grave, the weight of the Marin's legacy hung heavy in their minds, forcing them to confront the possibility that every civilization, no matter how advanced, could fall victim to the dark tides of fate. With their resolve hardening, they set their sights on their next destination, unaware of the shocking truths that awaited them on Athlon. As the spacecraft glided towards Athlon, the team marveled at the planet's unique geography. Floating islands suspended in a thick, swirling atmosphere formed a breathtaking skyline of rocky peaks and shimmering stones. The sight was surreal. The islands, tethered by chains of energy, hovered gracefully amidst a vibrant tapestry of clouds, each one holding the remnants of a once thriving civilization known as the Athlons. Dr. Torres felt a rush of anticipation. She had read about the Athlons and their extraordinary winged society, but witnessing their world firsthand was beyond anything she could have imagined. Upon landing, the team emerged from their ship, adjusting to the lighter gravity that allowed them to leap with ease between the floating islands. They quickly found themselves exploring the ruins of a grand city, its structures crafted from stone and energy-infused materials that sparkled in the ambient light. The Athlons had been a proud warrior race, their culture steeped in honor and bravery, with elaborate statues and murals telling tales of their valor. As they wandered through the remnants of the city, the atmosphere shifted. A sense of unease filled the air, and whispers of an ancient conflict began to surface through their findings. In a central plaza, the team discovered a massive stone monolith adorned with intricate carvings that depicted a cataclysmic battle between the Athlons and an enigmatic race known as the Za'Tari, energy beings who had sought to colonize Athlon and harness its unique resources. The murals revealed a timeline of escalating tensions, showcasing the Athlons as they united to repel the Za'Tari invasion. The carvings hinted at the Athlons' initial attempts at diplomacy, but as negotiations failed, war erupted. The skies above Athlon darkened with the energies of battle, and the Athlons, armed with their advanced technology, devised a powerful weapon designed to vanquish the Za'Tari. As the scientists pieced together the narrative, they stumbled upon a chilling realization. The weapon, originally intended to protect their world, had unforeseen consequences. When unleashed, it created a rift in the planet's atmosphere, destabilizing the very magnetic forces that held the islands aloft. One by one, the floating islands began to plummet, crashing into the depths below. The once majestic cities crumbled, and the valiant warriors found themselves fighting not just an enemy but the destruction wrought by their own creation. The team unearthed the remnants of the weapon, a twisted amalgamation of metal and energy, half buried beneath the rubble. The irony was palpable. The Athalons had fought so fiercely to defend their home, only to be undone by their hubris. The echoes of their cries for survival lingered in the air, a haunting reminder of the civilization that had once soared through the skies. As Dr. Torres and her team stood amidst the ruins of Athalon, they were struck by the weight of the civilization's tragic fate. Each story they uncovered felt like a thread in a larger tapestry, a narrative of ambition, conflict, and ultimately, downfall. With heavy hearts, they prepared to leave Athalon, their minds swirling with questions about the nature of progress and the dangers of unchecked pride. What lessons could humanity glean from the rise and fall of these civilizations? As they took to the skies once more, they understood that their journey was far from over, and the final revelations awaited them on their next planet. With their exploration of Athalon behind them, the team returned to their spacecraft, the weight of their findings heavy on their shoulders. As they ascended into the dark expanse of space, Dr. Torres couldn't shake the feeling that they were not just uncovering stories of lost civilizations, they were witnessing warnings etched in the fabric of the cosmos. They had encountered the Ashari of Zoreth, who perished in flames, and the Marin of Tethra, swallowed by darkness. Now, as they set course for their final destination, the anticipation of what lay ahead mingled with a deepening sense of foreboding. Their next stop was a solitary, barren planet on the outskirts of a dying star, a place devoid of life, where whispers of civilizations once known faded into silence. As the spacecraft descended onto the dusty surface, the team found themselves surrounded by remnants of a forgotten world. The landscape was littered with ruins, crumbling structures that had long succumbed to time and neglect. Dr. Torres felt a chill creep up her spine. The silence here was suffocating. As they stepped onto the parched soil, they initiated scans for any signs of life or technology. Their instruments detected traces of energy patterns, faint echoes of what once was. As they explored the remnants, they unearthed artifacts that hinted at a thriving civilization, but there was an eerie absence of history, no murals, no inscriptions, only fragments that spoke of a life that had vanished without a trace. In the center of the largest ruin, they discovered a central chamber adorned with strange symbols, some of which echoed the languages of the Ashari and Marin. It became clear to Dr. Torres that this was once a hub of knowledge, a place where information from across the cosmos converged. But as they examined the symbols, a chilling realization dawned on them. The symbols contained warnings and predictions about the impending Great Drift, a cataclysmic event that the galaxy had known for eons. As the team pieced together the clues, they uncovered a narrative of interconnectedness between the three civilizations they had explored. Each had experienced a similar fate, trapped in a cycle of hubris and denial, blinded by their own achievements. The Great Drift was a cosmic phenomenon that destabilized entire systems, leading to widespread destruction. It was a force that swept through the universe, erasing civilizations that failed to heed the signs. Suddenly, their communications equipment flickered to life, and an ethereal voice emerged from the static. "You have come to learn, but you must understand the weight of knowledge," it intoned, revealing itself as an ancient intelligence, the Archivist, a guardian of civilizations long lost. The Archivist warned them that Earth, too, stood on the precipice of similar destruction, its people oblivious to the lessons written in the stars. As the message faded, the team was left in stunned silence. The warning was clear: humanity was at a crossroads, and the choices made in the coming years would determine their fate. Dr. Torres felt the enormity of the responsibility resting on her shoulders. Could Earth learn from the tragedies of Zoreth, Tethra, and Athalon? With a heavy heart and a newfound urgency, they boarded their spacecraft, ready to return home. The journey had transformed from mere exploration to a quest for survival. As they ascended into the void of space, the stars around them sparkled like distant memories of the civilizations they had uncovered. The fate of Earth now hung in the balance, and the team was determined to share their discoveries before the silence of the void claimed yet another world.